everyone, I'm Lynn, and today I wanted to look at winter prep. So here's a question that was asked me. I thought it was a great question. It says, "Hi Lynn, I don't know if you've done a reading already on the subject, but I was wondering if a winter prep post would be helpful. With all the shortages and things getting worse, I was wondering if you could let us know what surprising things we might need to stock up on to get us through to spring. I heard some intuitives are suggesting everyone stock up on seeds for planting and that we'd lose all supplies for canning and storage in a bit. Any ideas on what you see?" So again, I love this question, and I'm a prepper at heart. I think that being a little self-reliant just adds confidence and helps us just feel a little better about where we are in our spot in the world. So as I thought about this question, I get that anything for basic survival is going to be a good thing to have. The main things that I'm referring to are food preservation methods, medicinal items like vitamins, supplements, herbs, oils, any kind of medicines. Are you taking any kind of prescription medicines? And also food for your pets. We all, so many of us have pets out there, but we fail to realize, hey, they have to eat too, and we need to stockpile food for them. Don't forget items that you need for protection, and I'm going to leave that very open-ended so I don't get flagged on here. And this is also a good time to educate yourself on your surroundings. For example, are there edible plants nearby or useful plants? You can use those things for bartering. Do you have tools? Do you have things like that you can barter? For example, cattails. You can burn them. They can be a fire starter. They can be used to eat. I mean, there's so much stuff in our environment that we glaze over because we're desensitized to it, but educate yourself on what is around you and what things you can use that can be helpful. Canned and dry foods, they're a great thing to have, and I totally suggest an American canner. It's a little pricey, but the quality is absolutely phenomenal, and it can be used on a propane burner outside if you have no electric. Not all canners can be used outside with propane. So again, educate yourself on that. Canning has a long shelf life. It can be used to supplement with fresh foods while the fresh foods are still available. And another benefit to canning is that food is already cooked and it's not going to require electricity to do anything with it. You can eat it after you pop the top off, and there you have your food. If you see supplies, buy them, because supply chains are intentionally being compromised out there, people. And I see it getting worse before it gets better, which is a whole other post in and of itself. Start to collect seeds and get the starters growing. You can do something simple like get some ice cube trays. You can cut off milk cartons, use cups and windows. Do what you need to get a little bit of starts germinating and practice, because there's a learning curve to so many things out there. If you think, I'm going to do this when it gets bad, odds are you don't want that to be the time of your learning curve. Do your learning curve now while you still can get some things to replenish what it's not working, and also to be able to see what the possible pitfalls might be. You might have something you have that's really hard to grow, or that you get it in the ground and you realize you have a bunch of wildlife around you attacking it and you need to put a fence up. There's a lot of different things out there that can go wrong. So this is a good time to educate yourself so you're not doing your practice when things are bad. Learn about your environment. Start to collect and buy anything medicinal. This could be vitamins, supplements, or over-the-counter supplies. Do you take something consistently that you need to try to stockpile, or is there a substitute for it? For example, say you're on blood thinner. Is aspirin going to work? Again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not trying to make any claims, but if there's something that you can use to substitute for something that you're on, if the time comes that you have to do that and you find yourself in that situation, don't wait to figure out what the substitution is, because if an aspirin is a fix, maybe you can go stockpile aspirin. That's just putting this in your mind so you think in those terms. I get that survival, it's not just about you, but those around you too. So maybe you have no need for aspirin, but maybe your neighbor does, and you can help them while they help you. Everything is going to be about bartering, community, and helping one another out. Lastly, like I said, many of us have pets, and don't forget them. You should have at least 3 to 4 months of food for them and rotate it out. And at a minimum, if the weather's harsh or the supply chain is compromised, no, it already is, you're going to be able to keep them comfortable, and you're not going to have to worry about getting to the store and buying this and buying that. You will feel that if you can get out, great, but if you can't, that's okay too, and you'll figure it out. And that's really all I have for this reading. Thanks so much for listening. Please feel free to leave a comment and address anything that maybe I did not address when I initially typed this up. So I will leave you with that. Again, like my video, share my channel. All of it helps me out. I am Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.